Hi there everyone, this is Amanda Silver Sister and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about how you can get the most growth out of your gray hair journey. Before I get started, if you are new to this channel, welcome. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button as well as that little bell wherever it is down here. And that'll give you notifications when I am posting a new video so that we can stay connected here. Really also want to celebrate with you all. We are like at 1,074 subscribers on this channel. And I think we have like 250 watch hours left to get monetized, which is amazing. So what that means is everybody watching this channel or this video, if you watch to the end, we might get there like in the next couple days, which is really super exciting. So two things I want to talk about. I just mentioned the topic of this video, but at the end of this video, if you stay till the end, I have a little rant. So someone said something to me about another person's gray hair grow out journey. I want to share that comment, and I think you'll be a little surprised at the source of that comment. Anyways, that's going to be to the end. And the other thing I want to say before I get started is it has been 12 days since I posted on here, which is probably my longest time in between videos. I feel like my life the last couple weeks just hasn't been my own. It's all good things. But I don't know if you feel that. And as a woman, and maybe it's as I'm getting older, I just can't multitask as much. I almost have to look at one thing at a time and deal with what's on my plate at that time. So it was my mom's 80th birthday. And I think I've shared with you before that my dad passed away in September. So it was a hard one for her. There was a lot of emotions. I think she felt a lot of guilt about struggling with celebrating something so fun, but also feeling such a grief and a loss still. So she had relatives down from England. We were doing day trips with everybody. So that was a big thing. Then I had my grandson's first birthday, my granddaughter's sixth birthday. Then this whole week at work, we were doing something called the I Can Bike program. So basically we teach children with disabilities how to ride a bike independently within 1 week. It is an amazing event. But I was up at 5:30 every morning last week. And then yesterday we went to go check out a wedding venue. Saturday I was in Toronto because my daughter's an actress and she was in the Fringe Festival. She did an amazing job. But anyways, all good things, but it definitely kept me from you guys. So I am back here and I'm happy to be back with you guys today. So I wanted to talk to you about the main topic is how do you get the most growth out of your gray hair grow out? So the first thing is, I think you really have to sit with and realize that this journey is not fast. I don't know what I was thinking when I started going gray, but I think when I first started, I thought this is going to take me about a year. Well, obviously around the 7 or 8 month mark, you're like, well, this is not going to take me a year. So this took me 18 months to grow my hair out. And now I'm just dealing with some bad haircuts and trying to grow out my lengths and figuring out what style that I want. But once you've kind of come to terms with the fact that this is not a fast grow it, the first thing I felt when I realized that, and I'd already had some months grow it in or weeks in, I felt discouraged. So that is very much a normal part of the gray hair grow out. But if you were like me, once I came to the realization of how long it was going to take, I was so far in, I wasn't going to give up on all that I had accomplished so far. So coming to terms with that is the first thing. The second thing that you can do is while you are starting to go through this gray hair grow out, I want you to sit with what is it that's getting into your head that's making you have some doubts along the way. If it's your own self-dialogue and some negative self-talk, I want you to sit with that. Lean into those things, figure out what it is. And also, when are these things coming into play? Is it when you're going out? Are you going to work? Just figure out what is it that's triggering these negative self-talks with yourself. The second thing, and this was a bigger thing for me, I think, was I want you to sit with who is causing you to doubt yourself along the way. So I had a couple people that it was just almost more apparent that they weren't saying anything about my grow out. And that was really starting to affect me. You know, when you get a bad haircut and nobody says anything, you realize, okay, this is probably a bad haircut. When you get a great haircut, everybody comes to tell you how good it looks. So when you're doing your gray hair grow out and there are people in your life that are noticeably quiet, I found that was really hard on me. So what I did in that moment, because like you're in this for the long haul. I knew I wasn't turning back. I needed to sit with myself and ask myself, why is it that that particular person has got so much power over what I'm choosing to do? Why am I giving that person's voice more power over what I want to do? And it's a hard thing to sit with and realize. You definitely have to look at yourself. Why are you wanting approval from that person so much? And why does it really negate the way that you're feeling? So just lean into those feelings, that uncomfort, and sit with them. And I think that ultimately is how you get the most growth out of your gray hair growth. So obviously that was a bit of a trick thing. It had nothing to do with the actual growth. I do have a tip if you want some tips on how to maximize your gray hair growth, actually the hair growth. But I think what's really, really important to know is that this journey is about self-discovery, self-awareness, self-confidence, and there will be all of those things along the way that are going to try to get you off the path that you're on. And honestly, you should know, because you are making people uncomfortable with your confidence and your ability to redefine beauty for yourself, owning who you are, not looking for other people's opinions. The people that are usually the most negative, we're all human. They have this way of getting into our heads. This is the time that you are going to release yourself from all of that negative energy and all of those people those negative. You don't even realize you've given these people as much power as you have. And once you identify it with your hair, you're going to see that you gave them power in other areas that you never should have. And that is the best part of the gray hair growth. And realizing those things is how you are going to get the most growth. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing before I get into my little rant. The only thing that I didn't do when I was growing up my gray hair journey that I am doing now is just the products that I use in my hair. So I would recommend, I do use hair growth drops and hair growth supplements, and I didn't use any of those things before. This video really isn't about that. If you want more information, they are in my past videos, but just put the questions down below and I'll tell you what I'm using. So yes, that can give you some more growth with your hair, and like just not using heating tools and all that stuff. So your hair is more healthy. But honestly, once you start going gray, you're gonna be amazed at how healthy your hair is and how fast it starts to grow. So that just is a given. Okay, so now for my little rant. So I shared a post on my Instagram. There's this lady, she has really dark hair and her hair is coming in like beautifully like snow white. And she was making fun of herself a little bit, and she found this picture of like an ice cream. So like a chocolate ice cream with this white stuff on top, and it was she did a split screen between her and her hair, and it made me laugh. She looks stunning. Anyways, so I shared it on my Instagram, and I actually had another silver sister text me and say, I hate this kind of a grow out. And I was so taken aback. I do not understand anybody who has gone through this journey, whether you decide to do the gray hair blending, whether you decide to do the part where you're just kind of growing it out underneath and you're kind of doing it on the down low until you're ready to be fully, so that everybody sees it, or if you're doing it with this bold demarcation line, whatever way you're doing it, everybody's journey is tough. It's such a vulnerable place to be. I can't imagine somebody who has gone through this journey being not supportive of somebody who's done it. So I was a little bit taken aback by that. And I don't know if they said it in jest or not, but my response was simply, really? I think this is the most badass way to grow out your gray hair. I think takes courage, and it takes, just being so bold and whatever. So I was really surprised. Let me know what you think about that. Why would somebody do that? And we didn't have a big conversation because I didn't want to get into it. I actually didn't want to hear any more about it. But tell me what you think her motivation was. Was it just, she has gray hair. So it's not that she didn't like the gray hair. Maybe it was just that gray hair grow out. But it's amazing to me that people are just more supportive to our silver sisters, especially when they're doing it like that. So, okay, so those were all my rants today. Thank you guys so much for all your support on here. I'm super excited. As soon as we get monetized, I will come back on here. Well, I'm going to be coming back on here. Let me know what you guys want to talk about next. There are so many things we can talk about our gray hair, but if you're interested in, actually, now that I think about it, I think somebody did ask me about all the products I've used. So maybe I'll do that again. I think I have done that for you guys before, but I'm always happy to reshare what I'm using and what I find is the most beneficial to me now. Okay, so anyways, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy to be back talking with you guys today. Yeah, I try to post shorts when I'm busy so that at least you know I haven't fallen off the planet, but 12 days in between videos. I try to do one a week, so. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I will chat with you later. Let those silver sparkles flies. Don't let people get into your head. As soon as you can embrace and just own this grow out, you are going to get the most of your gray hair grow out. I promise you that. It's amazing. Okay, take care.